The race session is at BHR Auto Club Speedway. Wasib is P22. Papas Faster is first. Race start. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is second. Duck Dad from Team Eco Racing is P4. Duck Dad from Team Eco Racing is now fourth. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is fifth. Captain Trippy entering the pits is 26th. Sputnik NZ entering the pits is P27. Bafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is 6th. Niknia is P5, 0.1 ahead of Bafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Niknia is now 5th. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P2, 0.1 behind Papas Faster. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree passed Papas Faster for P1. Papas Faster is P2, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is second, 0.1 behind Papas Faster. Ruidaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is P5, 0.4 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Papas Faster is P2, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Ruidaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is P5, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 4 is second, 0.1 behind Papas Faster. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree passed Papas Faster for P1. Papas Faster is second. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 5 is 4th, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing.
Nightcrawler cheered
MD 162 from Team GGX Racing
8185.
passed Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing for third. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P2, 0.3 behind Papas Faster. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P3, 0.2 ahead of MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 6 is P4, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P3 battling MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is second, 0.1 behind Papas Faster. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is second driving a Chevrolet battling Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing passed Papas Faster for P1. Papas Faster is second driving a Chevrolet, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is second, 0.1 behind Papas Faster.
Nightcrawler cheered Dex
Niknia is
100,
P9, 0.5 behind Klukster. Klukster was 1.0 faster last lap. Papas Faster is second, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Klukster is 9th, 0.2 behind Niknia. Klukster passed Niknia for P8. Niknia is P9, 0.4 behind Klukster. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is second, 0.1 behind Papas Faster. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P5 battling Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree. Papa's Faster is second, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is P4, 0.1 behind Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is now P3. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P2, 0.1 behind Papa's Faster. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing passed Papa's Faster for first. Papa's Faster is second, 0.3 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is fifth, 0.1 ahead of Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is second, 0.2 behind Papa's Faster. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is sixth, 0.4 behind Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree. Papa's Faster is second, 0.3 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 11th battling Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 lost P11 to Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car is 15th, 0.2 ahead of Dudsmokablunt from Team 420. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 11th, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is 5th, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree passed MD 162 from Team GGX Racing for 4th. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th, 0.2 ahead of MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is P4, 0.1 behind Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree was 0.8 faster last lap. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is now third. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is 5th. Best lap is a 0:33.275. 0.740 off the fastest lap. Niknia is P9, 0.3 behind Klugster. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is 4th, 0.2 behind Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 11th, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is 4th, 0.3 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Dudsmokablunt from Team 420 is 16th, 0.1 ahead of Dangery 91. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 10th battling Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads lost 10th to Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Niknia is P10. Best lap is a 0:33.171. 0.636 off the fastest lap. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P11, 0.4 behind Niknia. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree is 3rd, 0.1 ahead of Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Jeegs from Team Racing Pedigree passed Papa's Faster for P2. Papa's Faster is 3rd. Bootster is P8, 0.2 behind Niknia. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P3, 0.1 behind Papa's Faster. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree passed Papa's Faster for second. Papa's Faster is third, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree was 0.8 faster last lap. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 18 is 10th, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads was 0.6 faster last lap. Simple Markers is P21, 0.3 behind Avalas MX from Team Ceto Racing. Niknia is P10, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 20 is P8, 0.2 ahead of Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Simple Markers is P21, 0.3 behind Alair Rafael from Team Blast. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 20 is P2, 0.3 ahead of Papa's Faster. Papa's Faster is P3, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P8. Best lap is a 0:33.388. 0.853 off the fastest lap. Duck Dad from Team Eco Racing is second, 0.3 ahead of Papa's Faster. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P8, 0.1 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P2, 0.2 behind Duck Dad from Team Eco Racing. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree was 0.6 faster last lap. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 8th, 0.1 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree passed Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads for P7. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P2, 0.2 behind Duck Dad from Team Eco Racing. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 7th battling Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 23 is P2, 0.3 ahead of Papa's Faster. Papa's Faster is P3. Best lap is a 0:33.067. 0.532 off the fastest lap. Pafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4, 0.2 behind Papa's Faster. Papa's Faster is P3 driving a Chevrolet, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Pafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 24 is P7, 0.2 ahead of Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Pafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is third, 0.2 behind Papa's Faster. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 6th, 0.2 behind Woodalmer from Team Racing Pedigree. Pafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is third, 0.4 behind Papa's Faster. Woodalmer from Team Racing Pedigree is P6, 0.2 ahead of Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P8, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Pafameka Fafamica from Team NAF Gum Kings is third. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 27 is P7, 0.3 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Papas Faster is third. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P6, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P4. Best lap is a 0:32.995. 0.460 off the fastest lap. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 8th, 0.1 behind Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads passed Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree for 7th. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P6 driving a Chevrolet, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car is P14, 0.1 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car past Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree for P13. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is P14, 0.1 behind Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 4th, 0.5 behind Papas Faster. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6, 0.1 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P6, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is 3rd, 0.2 ahead of MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing was 1.0 faster last lap. Niknia is P10. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P4. Best lap is a 0:33.090. 0.555 off the fastest lap. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing exiting pits. Fafamica from Team NAF Gum Kings is P1. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is P6. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is P7. Flukester entering the pits is P8. Niknia exiting pits. Neeb from Team Why Did You Pick That Car is 14th. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P10. Everlasting Apex is P10. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 17th, 1.3 behind Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is now P10. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P3. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4. Blusnit from Team 420 entering the pits is 25th. Dangery 91 is 16th. Dangery 91 exiting pits. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 entering the pits is P9. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P9. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Wowseeb is P15. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P10. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Fafamica from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Blusnit from Team 420 exiting pits. Dudsmokablunt from Team 420 is P4. Flukester exiting pits. Dudsmokablunt from Team 420 is now 8th. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing entering the pits is 3rd. Wasib exiting pits. Papa's faster is first. Dudes Mokablunt from Team 420 entering the pits is P10. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Rafael from Team Blast is 8th. Rusco from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is P9. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing is 6th. Bobardo from Team Blast is 10th. Dudes Mokablunt from Team 420 exiting pits. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is 7th. Simple Markers entering the pits is P5. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car exiting pits. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is now 7th. Simple Markers is 5th. Rusco from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Rafael from Team Blast exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Simple Markers exiting pits. Simple Markers is now P11. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 35 is P9, 0.2 ahead of Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P9, 0.1 ahead of MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 35 is P10, 0.3 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 9, 0.2 ahead of MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 9, 0.1 ahead of Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree was 0.7 faster last lap. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing passed Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree for 8th. Dangery 91 is 6th. Wasib is 6th, 0.1 behind Dangery 91. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 12th. Best lap is a 0:32.762, 0.227 off the fastest lap. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is 8th. Best lap is a 0:33.146, 0.611 off the fastest lap. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 13th, 0.1 behind Simple Markers. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is P9 driving a Honda, 0.4 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Wasib is 6th, 0.2 behind Dangery 91. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 38 is P10, 0.4 behind Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing. Simple Markers is 11th, 0.4 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Dangery 91 is P6, 0.2 behind Wasib. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 39 is P7, 0.2 behind Dangery 91. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is P10, 0.1 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Wasib is P7, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Papa's Faster is 4th, 0.4 behind Nikniak. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 9th, 0.3 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Simple Markers is P13 driving a Honda, 0.4 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Papa's Faster is 4th, 0.3 behind Nikniak. Nick Mia is P4, 0.2 behind Pappas faster. Wausib is 7th, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P10, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads passed Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree for 9th. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 10th, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Wausib is P7, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Pappas faster on lap 44 is 4th, 0.3 behind Nick Mia. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 43 is P10, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Simple Markers is 14th, 0.1 ahead of L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6, 0.2 ahead of Wausib. Pappas faster is 4th, 0.4 behind Nick Mia. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6, 0.1 behind Dangery 91. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing passed Dangery 91 for 5th. Pappas faster is P4, 0.1 behind Nick Mia. Pappas faster was 0.6 faster last lap. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 6th, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads was 0.7 faster last lap. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads passed MD 162 from Team GGX Racing for P5. Pappas faster is 4th. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6 driving a Chevrolet, 0.1 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing passed Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads for P5. Nick Mia is P4. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P6, 0.2 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Pappas faster is 4th, 0.2 behind Nick Mia. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 8th, 0.1 ahead of Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Pappas faster is P4, 0.4 behind Nick Mia. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P6, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads passed MD 162 from Team GGX Racing for 5th. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P6, 0.1 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Dangery 91 is P9, 0.4 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P6. Best lap is a 0:32.621. 0.086 off the fastest lap. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 10th, 0.3 behind Dangery 91. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 6th, 0.3 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Dangery 91 is P11 driving a Honda, 0.4 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 50 is P10, 0.4 behind Everlasting Apex. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P6, 0.1 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 10, 0.2 behind Everlasting Apex. Everlasting Apex is P10, 0.1 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Papa's Faster is 4th, 0.4 behind Nick Nya. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 52 is P6, 0.4 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P8, 0.3 behind Wasi. Papa's Faster is 4th. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 52 is 8th, 0.2 behind Wasib. Nick Nya is P4, 0.3 behind Papa's Faster. Wasib is 8th, 0.2 ahead of Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Nick Nya on lap 54 is 4th, 0.4 behind Papa's Faster. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P10, 0.2 ahead of Dangery 91. Dangery 91 is 11th driving a Honda, 0.2 behind Wasi. Wasib is 11th, 0.1 behind Dangery 91. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P10, 0.3 behind Dangery 91. Bobardo from Team Blast is P22, 0.2 behind Neeb from Team Why Did You Pick That Car? Dangery 91 on lap 55 is 9th, 0.1 behind Everlasting Apex. Dangery 91 passed Everlasting Apex for 8th. Avalazamax from Team Cedo Racing is 16th, 0.2 behind L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Everlasting Apex is P10, 0.4 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P12, 0.2 behind Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P11 driving a Chevrolet, 0.3 ahead of Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Everlasting Apex is 11th, 0.1 ahead of Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings was 1.6 faster last lap. Everlasting Apex lost 11th to Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is 11th. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings on lap 57 is P11, 0.2 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 9th, 0.1 behind Dangery 91. Papa's Faster is P4, 2.1 behind Nick Nya. Dangery 91 is 9th, 0.1 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Dangery 91 passed Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree for P8. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P11 driving a Chevrolet, 0.3 behind Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Papa's faster exiting pits. Need from Team Why did you pick that car exiting pits? Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is now 10th. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P8. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings on lap 59 is 9th, 0.2 behind Dangery 91. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P10, 0.3 behind Dangery 91. Wasib is 14th, 3.5 behind Papa's faster. Wasib was 12.9 faster last lap. Wasib entering the pits is P14. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P2. Niknia is P3. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P8, 0.1 behind Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree entering the pits is P13. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is 13th. Wasib exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing exiting pits. Wurwadawamer from Team Racing Pedigree is first. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P12. Everlasting Apex is P12. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P2. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Wurwadawamer from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Niknia is 12th. Niknia exiting pits. Niknia is now P15. Dangery 91 is 9th, 0.1 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Dangery 91 was 1.4 faster last lap. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is P23. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing entering the pits is P9. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 9th. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Flukester is 14th. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P7. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Dangery 91 exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings lost P7 to L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Jeegsp from Team Racing Pedigree is P4. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 entering the pits is P7. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P9. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P8. Flukester exiting pits. Simple Markers entering the pits is 10th. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4. Jeegsp from Team Racing Pedigree is 6th. Jeegsp from Team Racing Pedigree passed Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings for P5. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 4th. Jeegsp from Team Racing Pedigree entering the pits is P5. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Simple Markers exiting pits. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P7. Need from Team Why did you pick that car is 23rd. Blissnet from Team 420 exiting pits. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing is 14th. Jeegsp from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is 4th. Ayarafile from Team Blast is 15th battling Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is 16th. Blunt from Team 420 lost 18th to simple markers. Flukester is P17 driving a Chevrolet, 0.1 ahead of simple markers. Zamax from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Blunt from Team 420 entering the pits is 20th. Roscoe from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Flukester is now P18. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P2. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P14, 0.5 behind Ayer Raphael from Team Blast. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is now 13th. Ayer Raphael from Team Blast entering the pits is P16. Ayer Raphael from Team Blast is P16. Blunt from Team 420 exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing on lap 69 is P2, 0.2 behind Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree. Nick Nia is P5, 0.3 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 7th, 0.2 behind Everlasting Apex. Ayer Raphael from Team Blast exiting pits. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing passed Everlasting Apex for 6th. Everlasting Apex is 7th. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P13, 0.3 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Zamax from Team Cito Racing is P16 battling Flukester. Simple markers is P17, 0.2 behind Zamax from Team Cito Racing. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P2, 0.4 behind Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing passed Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree for P1. Woodaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is 2nd, 0.4 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Nick Nia is P5. Best lap is a 0:33.091. 0.556 off the fastest lap. Wasib is P11, 0.3 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P5 driving a Chevrolet, 0.3 behind Nick Nia. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is 10th, 0.1 ahead of Wasib. Wasib is 12th, 0.1 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P10, 0.2 ahead of Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P13, 0.2 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P5, 0.1 behind Nick Nia. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads passed Nick Nia for P4. Nick Nia is P5, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is P12, 0.2 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree was 0.7 faster last lap. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is 10th, 0.4 behind Wasib. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is P12. Flukester on lap 73 is P15, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Wasib is 10th, 0.4 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Flukester is P15, 0.1 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Everlasting Apex is 7th, 0.5 behind MD 162 from Team GGX Racing. Everlasting Apex was 1.1 faster last lap. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 15th, 0.2 behind Flukester. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P7, 0.1 behind Everlasting Apex. Flukester is 15th, 0.2 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is P7, 0.4 behind Everlasting Apex. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P14, 0.1 ahead of Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 15th, 0.1 behind L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P14, 0.2 ahead of Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P17 driving a Chevrolet, 0.1 behind Simple Markers. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P15, 0.4 behind Flukester. Flukester was 1.4 faster last lap. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 78 is P12, 0.1 behind Wasi. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree was 1.8 faster last lap. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree passed Wasi for 11th. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P17. Flukester is 13th, 0.5 behind Wasi. Wasi is 13th, 0.1 behind Flukester. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P14, 0.5 behind Wasib. Wasib is 13th. Best lap is a 0:32.786. 0.251 off the fastest lap. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P17, 0.3 behind Simple Markers. Wasib on lap 80 is 13th, 0.1 behind Flukester. Simple Markers on lap 80 is 17th, 0.2 behind Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Wasib is P13, 0.3 behind Flukester. Flukester is P12, 0.3 ahead of Wasib. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 5th, 0.2 behind McNabb. Flukester is P12, 0.2 ahead of Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P12 battling Flukester. Papa's Faster is 3rd. Wasib is 14th, 1.9 behind Flukester. Flugster was 1.5 faster last lap. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P9 driving a Chevrolet, 0.2 behind Dangery 91. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings was 1.6 faster last lap. Papas faster exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P12. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P9. Best lap is a 0:32.601. 0.066 off the fastest lap. Dangery 91 is P9, 0.3 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Flugster is 13th, 0.2 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P16, 0.4 behind Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Flugster is 13th, 0.3 behind Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is 12th. Best lap is a 0:33.034. 0.499 off the fastest lap. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree lost P12 to Flugster. Flugster on lap 86 is P13, 0.1 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 12, 0.2 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Papa's faster is P8, 2.4 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P13, 0.2 behind Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is now P11. Papa's faster is P14. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is P1. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 9th. Papa's faster exiting pits. Dangery 91 is P9, 0.2 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 14th, 0.3 behind Wowsy. Everlasting Apex is 6th. Wowsy is 13th. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is P12, 4.0 ahead of Wowsy. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree entering the pits is 12th. Everlasting Apex is P13. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Neeb from Team Why Did You Pick That Car exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is now P14. Flugster is P10. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing entering the pits is P2. Dangery 91 entering the pits is P10. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing is 2nd. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 3rd, 0.9 ahead of Niknia. Dangery 91 on lap 90 is 16th, 1.0 ahead of Papa's faster. Papa's faster was 13.6 faster last lap. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing exiting pits. Dangery 91 exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P11. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings passed Wowsy for P10. Niknia is 4th. Simple Markers is 16th, 0.6 behind Papa's faster. Warwadawamer from Team Racing Pedigree is P1. Warwedaumer from Team Racing Pedigree entering the pits is P1. Niknia exiting pits. Wausib is P11, 2.9 ahead of L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P23. Simple Markers exiting pits. Warwedaumer from Team Racing Pedigree is second, 2.1 behind Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing. Warwedaumer from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Blusnit from Team 420 exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is P8. Wausib exiting pits. Plukster is P10. Best lap is a 0:33.014. 0.479 off the fastest lap. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 5th. Dangery 91 is P15. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree on lap 93 is 6th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P8. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 8th. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 8th. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing exiting pits. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is now P9. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P10. Plukster exiting pits. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P7. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree is 14th. Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree exiting pits. Papas Faster is P5, 0.5 behind Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing on lap 95 is P7, 0.3 ahead of L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 was 27.8 faster last lap. Gary DTA from Team Racing Pedigree is 15th driving a Chevrolet, 0.3 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Papas Faster is 5th, 0.3 behind Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is P5, 0.2 behind Papas Faster. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is 6th, 0.1 behind Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing. Everlasting Apex is now 5th. IRFIL from Team Blast entering the pits is P18. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 16th. Plukster is 19th. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 exiting pits. Plukster is now 17th. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is P11. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. IRFIL from Team Blast exiting pits. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing is now 13th. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P7. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing is 7th, 0.1 behind Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Dudes Mokablunt from Team 420 entering the pits is P19. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is P9, 0.4 behind Dangery 91. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P10, 0.2 behind Dangery 91. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is P9 driving a Honda, 0.1 behind Dangery 91. Dudsmoka from Team 420 exiting pits. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings is P9 battling Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P6. Dangery 91 is P9 driving a Honda, 0.2 behind Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings. Wasib is P15, 0.3 behind Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car? Papa's Faster is P5, 0.9 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Wasib on lap 100 is 15th, 0.5 behind Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car? Papa's Faster is P10 driving a Chevrolet, 4.6 ahead of Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Papa's Faster exiting pits. Papa's Faster lost 10th to Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Papa's Faster lost P12 to Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Dudsmoka from Team 420 is P22, 0.6 behind Rusko from Team Piston Heads. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P22, 0.1 behind Dudsmoka from Team 420. Papa's Faster is 13th driving a Chevrolet, 0.5 behind Jeeks from Team Racing Pedigree. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree is 9th, 0.5 behind Dangery 91. The leader has just finished the race. Duff Dad from Team Eco Racing finished first. Everlasting Apex finished P5. Need from Team Why Did You Pick That Car? Wu Daomer from Team Racing Pedigree finished second. MD 162 from Team GGX Racing finished P6. Bobardo from Team Blast. Fiat Multipla 1 from Team GGX Racing. Fafameka from Team NAF Gum Kings finished P7. Obalazamax from Team Seto Racing. Flukester. Shoto Todoroki 39 from Team Racing Pedigree.